Ready to wreck shop talk? Not gonna be any bottles of beer on the wall when we're done.
Let's get to work.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, this the dump you brought Keiko-chan to?
It is! So could you please just let me go?
Not a chance. You get a front row seat for when your boss shows up.
What are you, crazy? He'd murder me on the spot! Then he'd murder you two for dessert!
Huh. He's that scary, huh?
Yes, actually. Not to mention all his boys.
All the more reason to put him in his place. Pricks like that need to learn how to treat a lady.
Agreed. Oh, hold on. Sugiura.
Really? Oh, could he choose a worse fucking time? Talk about a buzzkill.
Hey there. You miss me?
Jeez, it's been what, half a year? Everything good over there?
Good as it gets.
Well, got some good news of my own I wanted to give you, man. Tsukumo-kun and I have our very own detective agency.
Wait, are you saying you started a detective agency? Meaning, now you're a detective?
Yep, got our own office and everything. It's in Yokohama. Didn't want to muscle in on your turf.
Man, I don't know what to say. Oh, and by Tsukumo, you mean...
The one and only. At least, the only one I know. Thought his hacking might give us an edge. Never figured he and I were on the same wavelength about stuff.
Wanna wrap this up, Doc?
Anyway, we got a pretty big case. And to be honest, we're in a little over our heads. So that got me thinking, why don't we call up the pros so they can show us how it's done?
Do you need an answer right away? We're in the middle of the usual.
Oh yeah? More sneaky shit?
Yep, I'll tell you all about it later.
Oh, come on. Give me just a hint.
Sorry, buddy.
You all set? Huh. Then let's roll.
Kosuke, care to explain what the fuck's going on?
It's... not what you think.
We're here on account of a woman named Keiko Hamada. She says she's been threatened by an illegitimate business.
Oh, I see. You're the guy who had this dipshit's phone.
Yagami Detective Agency. At your service.
Yagami Detective? Yo, wait a sec. You the kid Matsugane-san took in?
There, you see? I told you people have heard of us.
Huh.
As for me, the name's Kaito. Used to wear the Matsugane myself.
Oh, I've heard plenty about you. You're a real celebrity, buddy.
A man's gotta have a reputation, right?
Masaharu Kaito. Ugly as an ape and just as dumb. Lets an amateur thief get the drop on him, then forks over the family safe? Yeah, you're a real legend.
Don't talk like you were there, jackass. You want an ape? I'm about to go ape shit here!
Come on, man. Don't give him what he wants.
Fuckhead.
Now that we're past introductions, we're here to get Keiko-san's money. And we'll be tacking on our fee on top of that. Just business. I'm sure you understand.
Hear that, boys? The detectives come to collect. You know the best part of breaking ranks with the Tojo clan? The freedom. Huh? No more paying cuts to guys upstairs. Makes us even tougher. And guess what I spent the cash on? The walls. Now this is damn good soundproofing. Meaning whatever goes on inside, stays inside. You'll find out just how convenient that is.
You hear that, Kaito-san? He says we're free to cut loose.
Oh yeah. Best news I've heard all day. I'm gonna open up a can of...
Hey, hold that thought a minute.
Greetings, Yagami-shi. Did Sugiura-shi call you a second ago?
He did, but look, Tsukumo, now's really not a good time.
Oh, so you really are just busy? He said you hung up on him, so I wanted to make sure. He didn't offend you, did he? I hate to think he upset you, you know? But if so, we didn't mean it. On behalf of both of us, I offer my profuse apologies.
Yep, no offense taken, man.
But you see my point, right? Sugiura-shi and I are a team. Our actions reflect on each other. Any responsible member of a company, I mean, any responsible member of society, it's a matter of respect.
Okay, I get the picture. We'll continue this later.
Okay, but when is later? Should I call you back? If you have an estimate, I can set a timer. That way I'll know when it's convenient.
Right, where did we leave off?
You gotta be shitting me!
Yeah, pretty lame talk.
That's it. You jokers are dead meat!
Listen, I just wanted to thank the both of you for all you've done.
I'm just glad to hear they got your money back. These two are something, huh?
Oh, yes. I don't know how I could possibly repay them.
Don't worry about it. Besides, those thugs paid our service fee and then some.
Nice of them to eat the cost, huh?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, nothing.
I take it all back. Anyway, what happened to the crooks?
If they're smart, they're skipping town. Doubt they'd reopen after how bad we wrecked the place. As for Kosuke, I made sure to tip his college off about his little side business. Should help him rethink his life choices. So I'd say this case is closed.
Well, I've sure learned my lesson. It's a scary world out there.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. From now on, I choose the place when meeting boys online. And I should probably change dating apps while I'm at it.
That's your big takeaway? Really, Keiko-chan? You're laying this all on the app, not the sketchy internet dudes.
Oh, I don't think so at all. Plenty of people these days meet their match online.
It's true, Kaito-san. Apparently that's a thing now.
You see, if you don't seize the opportunity when it knocks, it won't be just the times that leave you behind.
Fine, fine. Hear you loud and clear.
Saori-san and Hoshino-kun sure are taking their sweet time.
Now that you mention it, they should have left the courtroom a while ago.
Maybe they stopped for a quickie somewhere.
There's nothing between those two. Nothing real, anyway. These old eyes can tell that much.
Wisdom comes with age, huh?
Damn right it does. And I've got more than you kids on both counts.
You talking about Matsugane-san?
Yep. The lawyer and the Yakuza. Best of both worlds. Though we came from different backgrounds, we were brothers in arms. Both trying to make it in Kamurocho. You two ought to visit his grave every now and again.
We will.
That goes without saying.
Well, I guess we should get going.
I guess so.
Thanks for having us on such short notice. Oh, and give the two lovebirds our regards.
All rise.
The court is prepared to issue its verdict. The sentence for the defendant, Akihiro Ihara, is 6 months of penal servitude.
He's getting prison time for his first offense? Isn't it usually just probation in cases like this?
Yes.
I'm sure his attitude didn't help the situation. From the start, the evidence was stacked against him, and all he did was deny it.
If that will be all, we can proceed with the court's rationale. The defendant may be seated. You'd rather hear this standing up?
Your Honor, in a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. Oh, maybe you hadn't heard that.
What?
What the hell? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
I'll take that as a no. In that case, make sure you pass this along to the Kanagawa police. They'll want to know that the body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide. He deserved to die 1,000 times, but he was never even accused of a crime. No, he just went on with his life. The law let him walk. An utterly broken system.
Order in the court! The defendant shall refrain from making such outbursts. Defense, do you have an explanation for the meaning of this?
Your Honor, well...
Huh? How's that for an honest day's work? I just want to go put my feet up in the office.
Sounds like a plan. I need to get back to Sugiura, too. He was telling us about a big job.
You mean a big job for us?
Yeah, down in Yokohama. By the way, Sugiura and Tsukumo, they're detectives now.
Those two detectives? Good one, Todd. Wait, you serious?
This game is absolute bullshit. It's like it's designed to eat your money.
Yeah, what a fucking scam!
Fuck this. I'm beyond pissed. I need to unload on someone's face.
Hell yeah, dude. Why don't we go give some asshole a game over?
You know I'm always down.
Let's roll, Todd.
Wish you hadn't. Really, guys?
What is it? Whoa.
What a waste.
Let's roll, Tom.
Really, guys?
Let's hit it.
This is the Yagami Detective Agency. I run the place with the help of my partner, an ex-Yakuza named Kaito. I wish I could say keeping this place afloat was smooth sailing. But the reality is, we'd be drowning if it weren't for the gigs we get from Genda-sensei. It's not like we don't have the technology. But when street smarts fail, most of the time we have to get physical. That happens a lot.
Guess we can finally take a breather. Weren't you supposed to call Sugiura?
I wasn't I? Crazy how he ended up in our line of work.
After seeing us in action, who could blame him?
Yagami-san, everything okay over there?
Yeah, sorry, it's a long story. You were saying something about a big case?
Oh, yeah. Listen, man, you gotta come check out Yokohama. We've been getting jobs left and right down here. And if we can ace this case I've got lined up, we'll be the hottest detectives in town.
Oh yeah? You sure it's a legit lead?
Hey, have some faith. Would I waste your time on a bad lead?
Just looking out for you, man.
Well, I do appreciate that. Then should I save the details for when I see you?
Sure. When do you want us over?
Honestly, ASAP. Tomorrow if you can swing it. We're based in Ijincho. Look for an office that says Yokohama 99 out front. That's us. The real question is, you free on such short notice?
Let me check my schedule.
What schedule? Outside of today's shit, we haven't had work in weeks.
If I tell them that, they'll lowball our cut, smart guy.
Oh, right. Guess we don't want to look desperate.
Sorry, Sugiura. Yeah, tomorrow works just fine.
Perfect. Man, this is gonna be so great. Oh, and Kaito-san's coming too, right?
He'll be there.
Sweet. See you guys soon then.
Sugiura said he'd give us the details when we get there.
Huh. Way to build the suspense.
Yokohama, though. Can't say I'm really familiar with that neck of the woods.
Same here.
But you know what? Kamurocho has been pretty tame lately. Maybe this is our chance to broaden our horizons.
Yokohama 99's cross streets. Aw, it's not even close to Chinatown. So much for us getting a decent meal on this strip, huh?
Well, then how about on the way home we take ourselves a little detour? Maybe.
Tsukumo's place is way out there. Want to take a taxi?
I suppose we could. But why don't we hoof it? Yeah, we could see the sights.
I guess I'm on board with that. Let's hit it.
Why is this all Really, guys?
Let's roll, Tom. Yo, hold up a sec, Talk. Nonsense over there.
That's not what I said. Whoa, what'd you call me? What the? Hey, what are you filming me for? Knock it off!
Chill out, man. Why do you care? I don't see anything that says I can't record here.
Enough! Stop!
Just give me a reason. You have one? It's a free country, isn't it?
Whoa! Hey! What gives? You just kicked my sign over!
Ah, that was the wind, man. A big old gust just came through, right?
Yeah, crazy. Just now it whooshed right over.
I told you! Put that down! Come on!
Kids don't seem to give any fucks about people these days.
Agreed. So much for seeing the sights, huh?
Well, you're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
Do you have to ask?
So, anything else you want to accuse us of? I'd say you must be losing it, Pops.
You goddamn brats!
I got that one! He called us goddamn brats! You picking on high schoolers, man?
No, I just don't want you loitering in front of my store. That's all I said, okay? So stop disturbing my customers.
That part's not gonna make the video.
Wow, is that one of those new smartphone models? May I?
What the hell?
Damn, the camera on this thing's amazing, man. Your parents buy it for you?
Holy crap, he kicked Sakaki down!
You must be seeing things, kid. Anyway, your smartphone's kind of dirty, don't you think? Let me see.
Hey! Give me my phone back!
You want it back? I'll give it back, but only if you put this poor restaurant owner's sign back up first.
Asshole. You think you can fuck with us? We're gonna kick your ass! Come on! That stinks like a bitch!
For fuck's sake, these guys are monsters!
Yo, was that Aikido just now? Oh, don't tell me you've been training at a secret dojo or something.
Just more of my own thing, really. Figured I'd find a way to hold back for punks like them. Here, this came from one of those kids. Your call what to do with it.
You really didn't have to, but thank you. Those were students from Serio High. You'd think private school kids would be better behaved, but they're just as immature.
They look like a bunch of entitled brats.
They'd learned some manners the hard way in Kamurocho.
Well, we've got our fair share of unsavory types. The Yakuza, not to mention those Yokohama Liomang gangsters. Those kids wouldn't dare to mess with them.
So they're selective about their targets.
Yes. They'll only harass you if they think they'll get away with it.
Think they'll be back for more?
I certainly hope not. Anyway, I sure am glad you stopped by. Come to think of it, you're the only ones who've ever intervened. I take it you're not from around here?
Yeah, but we might end up staying. For a while at least. Ever hear of a detective agency called Yokohama 99? We were on our way there right now.
I'm afraid that doesn't ring a bell.
That's alright. If anything, we should get going.
Sure. Oh, but before that, please take this with you. Consider it a token of my gratitude.
Yokohama 99. Yep, that's the place.
Whoa, not too shabby, guys.
Yo. Ah, if it isn't the man of the hour, Yagami-shi.
Gentlemen, welcome. How are you?
This guy. First he falls off the radar. Now he's got this sweet office. Little shit.
You're still quick as a thief. Maybe a little quicker, actually.
Well, I'd say thief isn't very fair.
It was stealing.
Oh, come on. You know I wasn't doing it to line my own pockets, right? We took from the powerful and gave to the powerless. It was altruism. And it's all in the past now, so let's just leave it at that.
The place is nice, though. It's kind of familiar, even.
It should be. You're our inspiration, Yagami Detective Agency. You guys are the goal.
For sure. So, how about you guys take a load off? If you're ready, I'll give you guys the briefing.
Say what? A briefing, man?
Let him go over what we know.
I've actually got an agenda for today's meeting, too.
An agenda?
Just roll with it. Give him a chance. All the detective talk has made him go a little overboard. I'm sure it'll work itself out.
It's all good. Imitation really is the sincerest form of flattery.
To sum up why we called you, we've been seeing a major upward trend with these kinds of cases. What do you think? Care to take a wild guess?
I'll give you a hint. It's not a problem you'd find in Kamurocho.
So, it's specific to Yokohama?
I know. It's gang warfare. The outfits running Chinatown are at each other's throats, and you guys sort out the aftermath.
Well, we did just hear about the Yokohama Liumang. They're a gang, right?
Yeah, the Yokohama Liu, whatever. Bet they're stirring up shit as we speak.
Actually, we haven't run into any gang-related activity at all. No, what we're dealing with isn't so conspicuous. I'll just tell you, it's bullying.
Bullying?
Sometimes parents ask us for evidence to prove their child was bullied. Fairly often, they want these bullies taken to court immediately.
They'll also want to hold the schools accountable, but none of that happens without solid proof.
How old are these kids?
Most of them are in middle school. Research shows that boys at that age experience a sudden spike in testosterone. This leads to outbursts to assert dominance, compounded by the irrationality of an immature brain. Scientifically, this potent mix of impulses often manifests as bullying.
Yeah, I call that puberty.
But that would apply specifically to boys, right? You're getting cases with girls involved too, aren't you?
Ah, with girls it's more likely rooted in oxytocin, a brain hormone that also has links to bullying. See, oxytocin fosters feelings of attachment, regardless of your gender. For instance, scientists have observed that a mother's oxytocin levels surge when looking at her child.
Then it's not always a bad thing, is what you're saying.
Indeed. Did you know it was oxytocin that enabled cooperation among our primitive ancestors? Ancient matriarchs were particularly vulnerable during childbirth, thus requiring communal support. So you could kinda say the survival and reproduction of our species was largely oxytocin at work. After all, raising a child in the wilderness would have been impossible alone. However, this intense social need bore a dark side. Individuals who failed to contribute were shunned and eventually condemned. Let's say there was a villager who never put in his fair share. All he did was eat the crops. If that became the norm, nobody would work until the village was on the brink of starvation.
And by then it'd be too late.
Precisely. That's why these offenders were punished. Primitive as it was, punishment equated to justice, a necessary measure for society's greater good. And societies with a stricter sense of justice were the ones who endured in the long run. To put this into focus, these people are our direct ancestors.
So from a science perspective, modern-day bullying is just primitive?
More like it's hardwired into our nature.
Hormones are fucked up, huh?
I wouldn't chalk it up to just that. However, we humans do tend to reject what's foreign to us. Whether we're socially awkward or simply misunderstood, those who don't conform are ostracized. That's how it's been since time immemorial. The misfits of civilization are deserving of punishment. All over the world, no matter where or when.
Looks like you guys have been doing your homework.
Tsukumo-kun's the one hitting the books. I'm more in charge of the fieldwork.
Makes sense.
Here's another fun fact while we're at it. An act of betrayal also increases the human urge to punish the offender. In those cases, the act of punishment floods the brain with dopamine, triggering an instant rush of pleasure. In other words, serving justice can feel just as good as eating or having sex.
Sure, but that's where we have to draw the line. Justice can't be twisted into joy, or it stops serving its purpose.
Very perceptive, Yagami-shi.
So, back to reality. What's this big case that needs all the manpower?
Ah, yes. Our client is the chairman of a private school. He wants us to scour the campus for any and all instances of bullying, leaving no stone unturned. That said, he also requires us to be discreet.
How big is this school?
Let's see, there are 6 classes per grade, making 18 in total. So approximately 600 students. Given that, Sugiurashi and I couldn't possibly vet them alone.
We'll be meeting the chairman at a restaurant tonight to lay out the specifics. How about the two of you come join us? We could use the help.
Man, for a couple of rookies, you sure have it together.
You guys are free until dinner. Oh, we already made the reservations in Chinatown, by the way. Think of it as a little welcoming party. The restaurant's name is Kyoinro. If you could meet us there, that'd be great.
Sure. You didn't have to do that.
Let's roll, Talk.
What a waste.
Let's hit it.
Really, guys?
What is it? Hold up! Would you? Ditching me?
Great. What a waste.
Let's roll, Talk. Kyoinro. Looks like this is it.
Are you almost here, Yagamishi? We went ahead and sat down.
Actually, we're right out front.
Excellent. Just give the host my name then.
Will do.
Was this the same guy living in a net cafe not too long ago? He sure has come a long way.
Yeah, at this rate, he'll leave us in the dust.
Without further ado, allow me to introduce Yagamishi and Kaito-san, the gentlemen I mentioned before. They are, without a doubt, the finest private eyes in Kamurocho.
Ah, yes. Tsukumo-san here has certainly been singing your praises. My name is Okuda. I'm the chairman of a private high school, Seiryo, if you've heard of it.
Seiryo High. Isn't that where those kids were from?
Yeah, the ones from earlier.
Is something the matter?
We actually ran into some of your students today. There must have been 7, 8 of them. They were harassing a restaurant worker and recording it on their phone.
Oh boy. And I'm guessing you didn't just stand and watch?
You bet your ass we didn't. Had to knock a little sense into those brats.
You mean there was an altercation? Perhaps I should pretend not to have heard that.
Come on, pal. Why don't we cut the formal crap and tell it like it is?
Because that would be unprofessional, Kaito-san.
Chairman, we'd like to start investigating tomorrow. So would you mind sharing any background information you may have?
Certainly, yes. Our administration has a very firm stance against bullying. Yet no policy is foolproof, and each situation is unique. We continually ask ourselves, are we taking proper measures to foster a supportive environment? Or, if enmity is already prevalent among the student body, are we addressing their concerns promptly enough? I believe the key is prevention. Stop bullying before it starts.
And you're hiring detectives to help?
Oh, yes. See, as this thought was dawning on me, I happened across a sign. Yokohama 99, it read. I visited your webpage, actually, and I discovered just how well-versed you were at this very matter. At that moment, I knew fate was guiding my hand.
Sounds like you walked right out of a commercial.
In most situations we've dealt with, we knew who the problem was beforehand. All we needed to do was get the evidence. But in this case, we don't even know if there's a bully in the first place.
Hence why we called in the reinforcements.
So, I take it you have some sort of plan?
Of course. We're going to start by spreading hidden cameras throughout the school, anywhere that bullying is most likely to occur. This footage should provide a detailed snapshot of student interaction that would otherwise go unnoticed. Then, after a 2-week test run, we'll compile our data and present our initial analysis.
Nothing beats a good old-fashioned spy cam.
Yes, but if one of these spy cams were found, the whole operation could be compromised. As such, our pair of experts are intimately familiar with the complexities of human behavior, ensuring these cameras remain hidden.
Damn, you make me want to hire us.
This secret stays between you and us, Chairman. Not even the guards or teachers can know. Do I have that correct?
You do. I believe the more people who know, the more likely it is this would get out. At any rate, I've heard Yagami-san here has tackled many a difficult case in Kamurocho. I'm glad to have such a reliable detective on the job. You have my full confidence and backing.
They just keep raising the bar on us, don't they?
So, Yagami-shi, if there's anything you'd like to ask the chairman, now's your chance.
Hey, good idea. You might learn a thing or two from watching the master at work.
Way to put me on the spot, guys. But might as well. Could you elaborate on why you're going the detective route for this?
Like I said, my goal is to nip any bullying in the bud before it can grow any worse.
And it's not enough for the teachers to be on full alert?
Unfortunately, no. I'm afraid I can't fully trust whatever they jot down on some report.
So, we never actually resolved this, but we did get into a scuffle with your students. No one got hurt, but how do you feel about that?
I'm afraid I have to remain ignorant of that.
Fine. But let me tell you one thing. Next time I see your students harassing someone, it's gonna be lights out. The kitty gloves are off.
That also part of the Yagami Detective Agency package?
Okuda-san, you mentioned you couldn't trust your teacher's reports. Why is that?
Human error, I suppose. Behavior can be ambiguous, and it is difficult to notice every little detail.
Your first response seemed to hint at something else.
Yes, I suppose it did.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Where should I begin? You see, folks, it has been almost 4 years since the suicide of one of our students. The poor boy hung himself at home.
You mean because he was being bullied?
Not on paper, at least. We established a committee to investigate, but they never turned up anything. Neither did the court.
Wait, you were taken to court?
Yes. One of the students' parents filed a lawsuit. Now, there were online postings that may or may not have hinted at bullying. But the prosecution never found substantial evidence, and the court ruled we were in the clear.
If I can ask your honest opinion, was there really no bullying, Chairman?
I would like to believe there wasn't. But I may have been too far removed from the classroom to say that in good faith. Every day I watch our students come to school, and what I see are young, happy kids. They're all so full of life, with bright futures ahead of them. However, Around 2 months ago, we lost contact with one of our student teachers. Everyone assumes it's a mental health issue.
The hell? Don't tell me he got picked on too.
That could have been the case, but I didn't get enough details to say for sure. From what I'd observed, he appeared to be getting along quite well with the students. But I later heard his family had reported him missing. At the end of the day, I'm asking you to shed light on the darkness that's plagued my school. That is why I went the detective route.
I think this conversation has been enlightening. Any thoughts, Tsukumo?
What else is there? I suppose we'll have to see when we get there. We may have more questions then.
That would be fine.
All right then. Time to dig in or what?
Are you really pretending you waited? You've been nibbling this whole time.
You call this nibbling? Hey waiter, I want to place an order. And tell your chef, I hope his kitchen can handle this heat.
I take it this place isn't exactly cheap?
Don't you worry about that, Yagamishi. The bill's on us. It's your welcoming party, remember?
In that case. Excuse me. I'm ready to order too.
So, how was that for your first day's work? I realize that meeting was a lot to take in, but the task at hand seems pretty straightforward.
Oh yeah. What was that you said about using hidden cameras?
Tomorrow we'll be deciding where to put them. We don't have all that many, so you know. Oh, and we'll be dressed as AC repairmen.
What? You gonna make us wear uniforms?
Of course. Freshly laundered and ready for duty. As you may recall, only the chairman is aware of our investigation. We must therefore deceive both student and faculty.
Sounds like a plan to me. For now, let's call it a night.
You've got a point there. In any case, try to make yourselves at home. Apologies in advance if you find our amenities wanting.
Huh?
This sucks.
Yeah.
No way!
Ah. Nah. Huh.
Huh? Yagami-san.
Huh?
Hey!
Yeah.
Ah! Huh? Huh?
Nah. Yeah.
Can you?
Gotcha. Yeah. Excuse me. No way.